Can dressing up actually reduce anxiety? At first, it sounds almost too simple. Anxiety feels complicated, deep, neurological, hormonal, situational, and getting dressed feels ordinary. But anxiety doesn't just live in your thoughts, it lives in your body. When you're anxious, your nervous system is on high alert. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your posture collapses or tightens. Your thoughts race. Your body prepares for threat, even if the threat is just a meeting, a social event, or being perceived. And what you wear directly interacts with that body. There's a psychological concept called enclothed cognition. It suggests that clothing influences not only how others perceive us, but how we perceive ourselves. Certain clothes carry symbolic meaning, authority, competence, softness, strength. When you wear them, your brain absorbs those signals. So what happens when you intentionally dress up? First, there's structure. Structured clothing, like a blazer, tailored trousers, a defined silhouette, can subtly change posture. And posture feeds back into emotion. When your shoulders are back and your body feels supported, your brain reads that as readiness. Readiness reduces vulnerability. Then there's ritual. Anxiety thrives in chaos. Getting dressed intentionally creates order. It becomes a grounding routine. You shower, choose an outfit, fix your hair. That sequence tells your brain, we are preparing. Preparation increases perceived control, and anxiety often decreases when control increases. There's also the confidence loop. When you wear something that feels aligned, not flashy, not performative, but aligned, you move differently. You make more eye contact. You speak more clearly. You occupy space more deliberately. That behavioral shift feeds back into your emotional state. But here's the nuance. Dressing up doesn't magically cure anxiety, and sometimes dressing up can increase it, especially if you're worried about judgment. If you're wearing something uncomfortable, unfamiliar, or too attention-grabbing, your nervous system may feel more exposed. So the key isn't dress fancy. The key is dress supportive. Supportive clothing feels intentional but safe. It might be a structured jacket in a color that feels grounding. It might be a dress that makes you feel put together but still comfortable. It might be something you've worn before in a positive experience. Familiarity reduces threat. There's also the idea of state shifting. When you're at home in loungewear for long periods, especially during stress or burnout, your brain can stay in low-energy mode. Changing into a more polished outfit creates a mental shift. It signals transition. You're no longer in passive mode. You're active. And that shift can interrupt anxious spirals. Even small changes matter. Brushing your hair, putting on earrings, wearing shoes instead of slippers. These tiny cues tell your brain, we are engaging with the world, and engagement can reduce rumination. But dressing up should not be a mask. If you're using clothing to hide panic or to overcompensate for insecurity, it may provide temporary relief but not long-term regulation. The healthiest use of style for anxiety is alignment. Ask yourself, what would make me feel slightly stronger today? Slightly more grounded? Slightly more like myself? Not perfect, just 10% more steady. Sometimes anxiety shrinks you. It whispers, don't stand out, don't try, don't risk. Dressing up, even gently, can be a quiet act of defiance. It says, I'm showing up anyway. And that matters. So can dressing up reduce anxiety? Not always. But when it's intentional, aligned, and supportive, it can become a tool, a ritual, a reminder that you have agency over how you enter a space. And sometimes, that small sense of agency is enough to soften the edge of anxiety. If this resonated with you, subscribe and join this space. We're building a community of women who explore identity, confidence, and emotional healing through fashion. Because sometimes, managing anxiety doesn't start in your thoughts. It starts in your closet.